So yeah, I'm really not happy with the current state of my situation. So not that long ago, my official Nintendo Switch dock died, and because of that, that means now I can't, stream Switch content to my YouTube channel or do anything at all with you know, displaying my Switch onto an external source like a monitor, a TV, whatever, right? I have no HDMI out functionality anymore, and I could barely charge the thing, as a matter of fact, because the Switch dock doubles as both a charging dock and a video output source. So, I was like, okay, no big deal then. I'll just go shop online, buy myself a brand new Nintendo Switch dock because Nintendo has advertised that they will do so. And now, lo and behold, we go on Nintendo's website, their store page is down. So that means I can't buy my replacement dock directly from Nintendo. And then I think, okay, well, of course, there's other third party vendors that Nintendo works with, like Best Buy, GameStop, all these other vendors, right? There's no docks to be found. Brand new docks, forget about it. And if you want to buy something used, well, that's your only fucking bet, and that's a gamble because who knows, right? Maybe, for all you know, you're not actually going to get your dock when you order them online because it's always a crapshoot, right? When it comes to, like, people reselling stuff. So then I was like, okay, I'm not going to go through the headache of shopping through eBay to get a used one. I'll go ahead and I'll buy a third party one then, right? We're golden. We're good. So then I went and I bought this one by Skull and Co. Skull and Company, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's go with this one because this one has quite a bit of features going on where, first of all, I thought this was cool. That thing pops open because that lines up specifically with where the Nintendo Switch exhaust vents are on the bottom of the system. So I was like, okay, cool. Unlike the original dock, it has no place for that air to expel to, so it just stays all trapped there, and then your system and dock get very hot. So I was like, okay, wow, they put some thought into this thing. That was cool. But the main feature that drew me in is that this dock that you see here, it's nothing more than like a stand, a charging stand, right? So there's your USB-C, and then you slot in your Nintendo Switch, and then when you have your power cable plugged into the back, like the regular dock, you have a means to charge your Switch, and then you have your, your extra output, your HDMI, your two USB 3, and then that USB-C there for power. But the thing that drew me in was that this is a standalone thing. This is actually what you're using. You can use this without this little stand. And, look at how tiny this is. This is so low profile. I was like, man, this is awesome. I get like a super portable Switch dock now. But the fucking thing doesn't work. So this USB-C port, for whatever reason, just does not function at all. Like, I've tried plugging this into my computer. It doesn't read the thing. When I plug this core, as it's called, the core drive, into the actual charging stand, it doesn't work either. It does the same thing that my original Switch dock did when it died, where it'll like blink. Like, that's the power indicator right there. It'll blink for a second and then just nothing happens. Just like how my Switch is currently, right? It's sitting on another dock. I'll get to that in a moment. That is also not functioning. And I know it's not my cables. I know it's not my freaking it's not my USB-C port on my actual Switch itself, because I tested my Nintendo Switch plugged into several different USB-C cables directly, and they all charge my system, so it can't be that. So then, this thing doesn't fucking work. The whole thing I bought it for is fucking not working as advertised. So then, alright, I'm just sitting on a paperweight. And I was like, alright, well, let's look at this other quote unquote reputable third party dock that I found. This one's called like the Vive Fox or whatever the fuck. I was like, all right, it's cheap, and it got here today. So you know what? I can't knock them for the fast delivery because well, I actually can't even commend them for that because that's on Amazon's end, really. But all right, the thing got here today, and I'm like, all right, awesome. I have a dock now. Everything's hunky dory. We're all good. But as you can plainly see, it's not charging. And so I was reading the instruction manual for this thing. Let's get this fucking dock. Switch off the dock. I was reading the instruction manual for this thing, and you see this like recess there? That's supposed to be an indicator. So like it's plugged in clearly, and I'm using like a different cable because my official cable died as well somehow. That's supposed to be on. It's supposed to be shining green, indicating that it's getting power. So like what's supposed to happen in theory is this just works like a regular Nintendo Switch dock. You plonk your Switch there, and you're good to go. You could even hit this button if you want to switch between like a tabletop mode and a video out mode like the normal dock. So it doubles as a charging stand where you can play it in tabletop mode. So I was like, alright, that's pretty neat, right? But it doesn't fucking work. This thing doesn't work either. So I'm sitting here with two Switch dock replacements that don't do a fucking thing that I need them to. They're literally just actual, like, stands, displays for my Switch at this point. So, in the end, here I am, pissed off as shit. Don't buy the Skull and Company, whatever the fuck this thing is called, Jumpgate core drive combo kit, because it doesn't fucking work. Don't buy the Vive Fox. See, there it is in the back. Don't buy the Vive Fox fucking Switch dock either, because it doesn't fucking work. At this point, I'm just gonna go and assume that all Switch docks that are not first party are gonna work. Like, they are not going to fucking work, is what I'm trying to say. So, do yourselves a favor, save yourself the fucking headache. Go buy yourself a second official Nintendo Switch dock if you're worried about this, because this apparently is a real problem. This is a first generation Nintendo Switch. This is like among the pool of Nintendo Switches that came out during the launch. And yeah, nothing else is going to work with it except official shit. And, also a big fuck you to Nintendo for locking their hardware in this way, because I feel like there's some either hardware or software that is involved, or possibly even both, that is providing a lockout system where these devices don't work. So I'm shit out of luck. I have to just bite the bullet and go buy a used Nintendo Switch dock somewhere. I already ordered one. I got the OLED dock because at this point I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Let me spend a little extra and get something nice. It'll be good to have a Nintendo Switch dock that has Ethernet built into it, so I don't have to go and use a third-party Ethernet adapter like so. It's a fucking shit show. Like, Nintendo, you got us by the fucking balls here, and I hate you for it. You're so anti-consumer in so many ways. This is just one more to add to the list. And, I'm very disappointed with Skull and Company. I'm very disappointed with whatever company is responsible for the Vive Fox, because they don't fucking work. And it's crazy because I've seen so many YouTube videos praising these products, saying how, oh my god, these are the best replacements for your Nintendo Switch dock. If you're in the market for them, these are the go-tos. I've seen so many videos recommending them, and the fucking things don't work. They just don't fucking work. So, yeah, like, avoid third-party docks at all fucking costs. I'm not shilling for Nintendo, clearly, because I'm mad at them, too, for being so anti-consumer and locking you away from alternatives, because really you have to go with their hardware. You have to bite the bullet and spend $100+ for a goddamn dock, and then that's provided that they're even in stock. Otherwise, you have to go and navigate the minefield of resale, like going and buying a used one. And that's just a gamble in of itself, because sure, it might be an official one, but who's to say it fucking works, Like, eBay's full of people that claim, oh yeah, product is new. or previously used one owner and you know, very well kept, it's a shit show even if they got good ratings. It's, you never know till you have it in your hands, and by then it's probably too late. So yeah, cautionary tale, Tilder, don't buy third-party docks, and fuck Nintendo for putting us in that situation where we have to go with official shit.